Hello ladies and gents, Tom here once again from the West Ham Faithful. I am back with, after being about 2 months away, I've enjoyed the World Cup, I've enjoyed my Christmas, and fuck me did I enjoy New Year's. Anyway, I'm back. Small explanation, I couldn't be fucked to follow the World Cup. Sorry. I watched the England games, but I was trying to do all that every player he was playing in the World Cup, giving updates on that, and that just got kind of boring quite quickly. And I don't know, I feel different about making content for West Ham because I don't know, I feel so strongly about them. England, I don't know, I watch the games, I cheer when we score, I'm happy when we win, but it's different. It's not West Ham, but I must say I did enjoy the little break from West Ham. But anyway, before I get started, here's a little warning. I'll probably go on a rant. If you like what you see from me and the channel so far and you want it to expand and get better, get a green screen or whatever the fuck. I need it to expand so I get more noticed by other YouTubers, to get bigger YouTubers, to allow me to come on their channels to expose myself. Anyway, but that's how YouTube works. But please like, share, subscribe. If you like and comment, it helps my video get shared about. Even if you just put some nonsense, I don't give a monkeys. Give me your opinion on what you think. Give me your opinion on who you think should be the next manager. Give me your opinion on who's being played in the wrong position, who's being thrown out to the dogs. And I'll give you an example with one defender. If you stick around and watch for another couple minutes, you will find out what defender I'm talking about, and he is getting slated left, right, and centre. And no, it's not Aaron Cresswell. Cresswell's legs have gone. He's old. We need to replace him. Like, all due respect to him, he's a brilliant defender when he plays at left back, but he ain't got no pace. He's so slow. So slow. But anyway, right, so the World Cup was done, and well done to Argentina for winning, well done for England for raising Rice's value, and well done to West Ham for devaluing it within 2 games. So we kick off on Boxing Day against Arsenal, and all any of us wanted Moyes to do in them 6 weeks was to come up with a new system, come up with a new way of playing, and so on and so forth. But we didn't. We lined up pretty much as we expected. We started playing exactly how we expected. We was on the back foot, breaking, as Moyes does, and he's more successful than not against the bigger teams than he is against the smaller teams, because the bigger teams are expected to have the ball. When we play smaller teams, I don't know, we can see to being the better team, but we can't. The better team's normally the one who keeps the ball, right? And it's like other teams know that we think that we're better than them, and they just let us have the ball, knowing that we can't play that possession-based football. We play counter-attacking. Anyway, so about half an hour in, I think Bowen wins a penalty. It's an iffy penalty at that. A lot of people complained about it. I thought it was a penalty. And Ben Rama converts. We go in at half-time 1-0 down against the run of play. And, yeah. We go in 1-0 up. Second half comes out, and it's almost like Moyes just said to him in the dressing room, we're gonna lose this game, lads. Just try not to concede 4, because then we drop below Everton. So, yeah, just keep it. If we're going to lose, just make sure it's maximum 3-1. Yeah, lads? Yeah? All right, go on. You go out there. You do your thing. And they did. They did their thing. They did their thing. And they done what they were told. They didn't lose by more than 3 goals. The shambles. We rolled over and got our belly tickled. That's what it was. And Arsenal fans were acting like they just beat fucking Chelsea, managed by fucking Jose Mourinho, like in his original stint. But yeah, one thing I'm going to throw in there is good luck to Arsenal, and I hope they do well this season. But I still, yeah, as much as you lot seem to seriously think you're going to win the league, you beat West Ham and then you beat, I think, Leeds, someone shit. When you play anyone half decent, I think it's all going to come tumbling down. I don't think they've got enough in them. They look like a top 4 team, yes. They don't look like Premier League winners. Nah, even Liverpool are starting to look more like Premier League winners than what fucking Arsenal are at the moment. They lost Jesus, and against the smaller teams and teams who ain't doing so well, they're looking good. They are, because the teams that ain't doing so well and the teams that are shit are just shit at the moment. So yeah, I personally couldn't take too much credit out of winning those games. You'd be happy that you won, but you wouldn't be like, I've heard from West Ham, from Arsenal fans, that they're winning the league and we're getting relegated. It's like, fuck me, we're only halfway through the season. Like, Jesus Christ. I have plenty of faith that the board will eventually act, and that act will change the course of our season. But yeah, we'll go into that after I give you my small review of the Brentford game. Now, I was optimistic about the Brentford game. I thought maybe, a part of me thought maybe Moyes didn't want to test out his new system against Arsenal because it was such a risky game to do it against. And there's a good chance we'd get absolutely obliterated. And lo and behold, the lineups came out and he fucking changed things. He fucking did. He did. He brought in Emerson at left wing back, played a back 5. Soufal on the right wing back, and then we had 3 centre backs of Ogbonna, Cresswell, and Dawson, who for this was my only criticism with this team. And looking at every centre back I thought we better not play a high line, because if we play a high line, we're going to get ripped to shreds. Ivan Toney's going to run past Cresswell like it's nothing, and Dawson and Ogbonna. But yeah, that was a pre-match fault. I thought Paqueta playing in the middle of the park with Rice was nice to see. Bowen and Benrahma playing on their usual wings, and Scamacca up front. It was nice to see him back as well. And for the first 15 minutes, we were the better team. In my opinion, we were playing well. Declan Rice hit the post. And then it was against the run of play. Brentford get a throw in. And it literally goes through everyone. And then it hit, I don't know what Brentford player it was, but it fell to him. Fabianski, I'll give him credit, made a good save, but couldn't palm it out. One criticism I will have for Fabianski is his reaction to get back up to try and save that second shot were far, far too slow. And I can't help but feel that if Areola was in goal, that goal, we would have saved that. There would have been no goal. Anyway, so they scored, and then we get back into the swing of things. We have chance after chance, cross after cross after cross, and Kufel, who cannot fucking cross, so frustrating. He managed to find one cross to actually reach Scamacca in the box, who was now showing a very frustrated figure. He crossed it in. It was a very soft cross. He had to backpedal to get his nut on it. I mean, there were a few other opportunities. There are a few other options that Scamacca could have done. He could have tried to step back a little bit further, chest it, and then volley it. That probably would have went in. But when you're in these situations, now I know they're footballers and it's their job to think like the best option to get a goal and It's the way they have to think. It's not us. But if I put myself in his shoes and I'm coming against the ball and the ball's high, it's a little bit more difficult to try and get that little bit extra further back at the same time to bring it down on your chest, rather than just try to nut it in. Because if you do header that ball in the right spot, it will go. It will fucking go. It doesn't matter how much momentum's behind the ball. If you get enough power behind the ball and you hit it in the right spot on the ball, that ball will go in. But it was just getting that. Yeah, anyway, so second half comes out. We start off quite well. No, not second half comes out. Still in the first half, just before half time. Against the run of play once again. West Ham were looking the more dangerous. I think Benrahma loses the ball out on the wing and it goes out for a throw in, and then one throw in straight down the wing sends basically the Brentford striker was about 3 or 4 yards behind Cresswell when the ball got thrown in. Or did he take a touch? I'm not sure. But anyway, the ball got thrown in and he started 4 or 5 yards behind Cresswell. By the time the ball was in the box, he was 3 or 4 yards in front of Cresswell. Now, it doesn't matter how much you respect someone. This is the same shit we had with Zabaleta. The exact same shit. We had 2 good seasons with Zabaleta and he lost his legs. Cresswell's there now. Cresswell's there. I'm not saying he's a useless footballer. I think he's a very good footballer. But when you're playing against, in a fast-paced game, and you're playing against fast wingers that he's going to be put up against for pace, you're just hanging him out to dry, ain't you? But yeah, so 2-0 down. We're going at half-time. Yeah, I cut a very frustrated figure because I went outside from a half-time fag and I thought to myself, we played well. But we're losing 2-0. We've played well. But we're losing fucking 2. Make it make sense. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to convince myself that no, we actually did play shit. No, it's 2 defensive lapses in that first half. That was the reason why we lost that game. Maybe a good goalkeeper would have saved that. But doesn't dismiss the point that we offered nothing. We had all the ball, all the time, all the crosses. Not one of them, not fucking one of them went where it needed to go. Not one into a decent area, not one to a player who was in space, unmarked, not one of them. And it was the same story in the second half. The exact same story. Brentford could have got another goal just by playing the way they were playing. And they conserved all their energy because they did fuck all. They just sat there. They sat there in a good formation. They were solid. They were West Ham last season. No, not last season. West Ham at the start of last season. Because, well, let's remember, it's now been a year. Our league form has been absolute wank. It's been shit. There's been nothing to shout about apart from a few Europa Conference League wins against fucking geezers who work in Primark on the weekend. Like, now, I've said it, and I was even before the break, after time for thinking it, Moyes had to go. He has to go. And what did the boys do? What did the boys on the board and that cunt Karen Brady decided to give him their fucking backing. Now, I was watching Amy's chat earlier today. I do get Gio's point of there's such a quick turnaround between the Brentford game and the Leeds game to sack a manager in between. No, fuck that. Sack him. It's the 1st of January. Mark Noble's taken over as sporting director, or whatever the fuck his position is. Get him to stand as interim manager while he's interviewing fucking managers after the game. Like, I don't give a monkeys. We need someone with a bit of personality, someone who's got a connection to the club, someone who can get these players fucking playing. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, apart from the fact I haven't intentionally missed a West Ham game in my knowledge. And after watching Brentford the other day, I said, I don't know if I'm going to watch West Ham versus Leeds. Or Leeds versus West Ham. I don't know. I felt on Boxing Day. Now, me and the missus got my boy a West Ham kit. My other boy wanted, it's like he really got into the World Cup in England and everything. He wanted a West Ham England like collab kit. He actually come out of nowhere, and funny enough, West Ham came out with their England West Ham collab kit, and I ended up getting that for my other son. I bought my baby son River, who's 6 months old, the old school West Ham kit with the old fashioned badge with the old fashioned hammers. But so they were all in their gear Boxing Day, and when that third goal in, my son, my middle son, he started bawling his eyes out as if like we had just lost the FA Cup final. I just thought to myself, it's like, do these owners genuinely give a fuck about what the fans think? Well, I know that's probably a silly question, because if they did, they probably would have sold up ages ago. In theory, you would have thought. They're just tight asses. They're not here for us. They're not here to make the club. They're here to get as much out of the club as they possibly can. With Kretinsky investing that much money for that much of a stake, it apparently values West Ham something like 10 times what they bought it for. 10 times or 15 times, something stupid. 15 times what that's what they're gonna make off the sale of West Ham due to the latest valuation of our club. Now there was the whole clause thing that's come about, that people were saying that maybe Moyes has a clause in his contract that the board have, if he drops into the bottom three, the board don't have to pay him no compensation. Now, one thing I'm gonna fucking ask about that is his compensation for what, the last 4 months would be fuck all. It would be less than what you paid for a youngster. Do you know what I mean? Like, we buy youngsters for the under 23s for like 1.5 million and shit like that. Moyes won't even get that. He'll probably get about 400k, which is what? Let me put this into perspective. Andrei Yarmolenko's wage for a month is what they would have to pay David Moyes to get rid of him. Now, they're so tight. There's no talk of any managers being poached from a team that you can see is definitely doing well now. We will only go in for unemployed managers. They're unemployed for a reason, Mr. David Golden Sullivan. They're unemployed for a reason. See, Chelsea lost their manager and they thought, rather than doing this, that and the other, they paid Brighton for Graham Potter. Graham Potter is probably one of the most forward-thinking young English managers in the country at the moment. If he's relatively successful with them, he can be there for a very long time. Now, Arsenal have done the same with Arteta. Now, obviously, Arteta wasn't a manager, but I think, given by how quickly he left Man City and joined Arsenal as manager, Arsenal had to pay Man City some sort of compensation. Now look how well they're doing after giving him a season to bed in. It's just incompetence. It's depressing. I don't know what to say about the whole situation anymore, because it's just, it takes the life out of you. It just makes you angry, and I know I'm not the only one feeling like this. So just so you know, you're not alone. hopefully, hopefully, uh, hopefully that Moyes gets sacked after the Leeds game. I'm still don't know whether I'm going to watch it or not. So, be in 2 months whether you're going to get a review from me. But I tell you this now: if he gets sacked after that Leeds game, oh mate, I want to set something up with every other West Ham YouTube channels. Have a little party, have a few drinks, raise a glass to Moyes. What could have been, what would have never been. Anyway, I've had my bit of a moan. I'm glad to get off my chest, to be honest. It's been stressing me out. Hopefully Moyes fucks off soon. And if you like what you've seen from me, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a video. I'm going to be uploading a little bit more regularly now. It's just a shame that we're doing so fucking poor. But anyway, it is what it is. Till next time, come on you Irons.